Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Let me see if I can hear myself. Okay. Okay, yes, I can. So let's review today how the market is. I just have a couple of minutes, but I think it's very valuable to give you my insight about the markets today. Okay. For that, what we're going to do is just review a couple of stocks that I was watching. Let's start with first with the indices. You have the VIX going around 50. Um, this means that there is a lot of volatility in the market, which is very good for traders with short-term systems. Okay, so when you have these specific um, values on the VIX, you normally will see a lot of big candles here, as you can see, which means if you are a short-term trader, that can give you opportunities. You follow some patterns on the short-term trading. I do not short-term trade, so I'm not a short-term trader, um, but I believe it's very important to materialize where you have or where you want to be, okay, in the market. So it's very important to understand what your system is and how you want to scheme the cat in this case. Um, if you saw my other videos, I believe there is a millions ways to scheme the cat, to scheme the markets, and to become profitable. If you choose day trading, all is up to you. You will have to work very hard in order to get very good. Okay, so but I'm just for stocks I only use systematic trading, like kind of discretionary with a little bit of merge of systematic. So I do test and back test on the entrance on the entrances uh, on the entrance of my trades. So and I also I do a couple of crossover, moving average, a couple of breakout patterns. I use a couple of those signals to enter my trades and to set the proper risk. So I like to get very tight on the position that I want to end, so I can have a higher percent of my account, so I can increase my bankroll faster with minimal risk possible for each trade. That's how I see it. And the reason I'm telling you this is because this is why if you follow the same type of patterns, if you are a swing trader, systematic trader, discretionary trader that likes momentum strategies or trend following strategies, you will follow for the same type of things. And when you see this volatility going higher, you just have to wait. You have to wait to find the right patterns and the charts get fixed. Right now, you have big candles here, um, moving in and out. There is not a clear direction on the market. There is not a clear destiny where all this tariff stuff story is going to get, but you have to be ready. So you have to be ready. So I'm following a couple of good patterns here. You see, I took a small position in here in Celsius here, which is a very nice pattern here. It might go down. I increased the risk because for this volatility you have to at least have one time ATR. If you don't know what ATR is, just let me know. I will let you know in another video of the volatility of the market. So I increase it and I put it my stop loss over there to see what is happening. I just want to be in the best stocks, whatever the direction is. I want to be in the best stocks as possible. Okay, in the best stock with the best patterns, and by that show the best resistance trend, that shows the best accumulations. You see volume here, and you see distribution or accumulation depending on the volume pattern. You will see one thing that I noticed here on my on my Twitter yesterday, last night, is that I was a little bit worried about this one. This baby is like the beast of the whole beast. Okay, a lot of a lot of people are watching. The leaders are very important to watch in every market. So you have Nvidia, which has been the leader for this year. Um, you see, still is up. Okay, let me see if I can 1 year. You see, in 1 year, it went from, no, this is not 1 year. It went from, yeah, last year it went from 44 to three times its value. Okay, this year's is still around. It's still red this year though, but this is one of the leaders on the market right now with all the story, and it's the one that is driven the AI story mostly. Okay, so um, you have to watch the leaders. You need to understand the importance of the leaders because people measures accumulation on how leader reacts on the stock market, and BTC, Bitcoin is just it has been so strong for, but this is not a good pattern. You see, this is not a good pattern. It just broke out yesterday around 74. It went about for first time in many weeks. Okay, and right now we have a reversal downtrending chart here, which you will have a lot of sellers here. You can have a lot of sellers here coining and stepping out and trying to short here close to this area here, because this is a good area. When you see this crossing moving average going down, you will see a good area, like this one, for example, this one here. Okay, I didn't do the trade for this breakout yesterday. I didn't took it. I don't like to trade against the leaders on the short side. Okay, it does depend of your account size. That depends on the broker you have, but there's a lot of other things to consider. But this was a very good entry point here in this around this area around 83 when the crossover 10 moving average above the 20 moving average. So this is something that I'm watching. I'm watching very closely. And for now, I just want to review a couple of patterns here. You see this one? This is a pattern um, that I like to use to measure how these specific patterns start working on the market. Okay, you see this specific volatility, it give you like a lot of good entrances here, and depending of how the market feels, I realize that these type of patterns start working early, before the market even start going higher. So what I'm saying is I'm still not bullish, but there is some type of accumulation here, or maybe we're just creating a range here around 450 that we don't want to go lower somehow, or maybe we are going to go in lower, but it takes more time. And right now you have to be open to any directions. Okay, since you have no clarity, you have to be open. Actually, you have to be open in any directions in any time. As a trader, you only go to the market with one thing in your mind: what's the trade today? And when you review what's the trade today, I believe the best way to assess what's the trade today is thinking on bidirectionally. So you think, okay, what is the bullish trade and what is the bearish trade? Okay, that way, if you ask this question every day, doesn't matter if the market is going up, you will find opportunities. Up or down, actually, you will find opportunities. Okay. Let me just review the one that I'm watching more closely. Okay. Okay. So Ron, I'm watching this specific solar Tesla. Tesla is also creating a very good range here. As you can see here, there is a support area here around 224. Okay, Apple, this is very this type of falling down knives, it takes a while to fix it and create a very good entry point, so older or most of the traders start looking at this. So what you want is a capitulation, and also you want a good pattern because you will increase the probability of many people are trying to get into the same stock around the same area and around the same price, so you can have a better success on the position you take. Okay, gold, I'm not gold is ranging here to Let me move a little bit this Walmart. This has been an outstanding stock. You see this one? It's been crazy, crazy, crazy stock. I talked about Walmart yesterday. I'm following these specific IPOs. Let me just go to the focus first. Okay. Okay. Tesla. MSTR. I'm watching MSTR very closely. There is a very good pattern here also on the weekly. So I believe in this area here we should find a way to maybe enter to see if there is a bounce back around this specific 60 MA. I don't like to trade pullbacks, but I'm gonna try for this one. So that's why I'm watching this one. Gold is going higher again, but it's just moving on the range. There's no clear direction for it. Rocket Labs. I need to check the the earnings on this one, the fundamentals a little bit, but it seems to be a very good story here. Uh, it triggers this trend line like skyrocket in just a couple of weeks, and after that it's going down. But this can create another opportunity to make another leg higher. Lucid, as you can see here, there is a lot of accumulation here. Okay, you see all these green lines which show the volume above average. Okay, you see the same pattern here. Okay, guys, I'm just showing you everything you need to start trading on the market. At least to start understanding the patterns that you need to enter on the right position if you are a swing trader, if you are a momentum trader. Okay, there are other nuances for your system, like how you perform, the risk reward ratios that you have on your system, the trades, the combination, the diversification, and how you follow up with the market. There's a lot of other things, but the most important here is, for now, I believe, is just understanding the chart patterns and start testing them. Okay, and also most important than all is just following the market. Following the market. If you want to be a good trader, you have to follow the market. You have to be in the market in whatever time frame you choose. You have to be in the market. Okay, there is not clear pattern here, but I'm seeing like a lot of capitulation around these specific areas. GME is setting up very nicely, um, very nicely. It's consolidating around this area here. It's very nice, very nice. Okay. There is also a very good bearish patterns here, as you can see. Lot of bearish patterns, and that's what I'm just like kind of hesitated to take any good trade. There's a couple of good patterns on the long side, but mostly all of them are just on the wrong side. And yeah, we have this one, Netflix. Oh god, it's creating another short entry here. Let me just create a tighter range here. Stone Cold. It's getting very nice type pattern here too. Let me just. Very nice candles here. Do you see this one? $4 candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 days of volatility, high volatility. The market was going down the price day, and this was just going crazy. Nice. There is a lot of things that seems to be setting up and holding very well. What happened with Rocket? Companies. This insurance company was very, very, very good resistance. Somehow it just started going down. Um, okay, review now. So now let me just review the Magnific. Tesla is holding very well on that area. Meta is just holding around 495. Apple around 168, holding very nice there. Amazon holding around 172. Okay. Let me see small caps. Okay. Let me review the ETF. What is moving today? Okay. Gold just in the range. USD. Man, everything is broke for me. Well, maybe everything is pricing in this market. Man, if trading is stressful for you, that's a good question. Depends. You still there? If you need stressful, if it's stressful to make money, um, or to lose money, then the problem is not. It's just the way you have to figure it out how to create a system. Okay, but it's very important for you to understand that you need to make money. Hey man, ¿cómo está todo? I speak Spanish. Man, if you want to get something good from life, you have to become very good at something. And the way I think around this is you need to create some skills that give you direct money. Maybe you don't need to trade. There is a lot of ways to, I was saying at the beginning of this video, there is a lot of ways to make money in the market. You can invest, and you don't even have to understand fundamentals to invest. Okay, you use the weekly pattern, the weekly chart here, and you just learn this pattern that you're seeing here right now. Okay, which is just a bull flag. Okay, you put a couple of moving average to materialize the trend, but you can even hide the moving average, and you will see this pattern really clear here. Okay, and you just start testing this pattern. Every time you see this pattern, start taking notes, create like a little bit flag here, and you see that the entry point will be around this area. Every time it's crossed, okay, it's crossed up, you put like, I don't know, 50 bucks. Let's say 50 bucks to risk 25, okay? If it goes higher, you just After a couple of weeks, you cut like the half of your position and let the other run. Okay, and you trail it. That's a simple strategy that you can use. Okay, well, depends. There is no safe thing with 100% certainty in the market. Okay, but if you don't want to watch out the market, yes, you can maybe just try to get the your your money in the ETF. Okay, if you're looking for playing in the market, is because you want higher returns that the ETF are not going to give you, and that's the whole idea, right? But it has to become your business. For me, trading is my business. I have two business: my profession and trading. Okay, and if you don't want to create this business, good. You can have a lot of other things to do. A lot of other things to do. But if you want to learn to trade, just let me know. I will be here and I will ask all the questions I can uh, in the best way possible. Well, there is another caveat to that one. Long term is not safe. Okay, let's say let's show you something. Zoom, for example. Zoom communications. Okay, um, let me hide the my readings here. So I studied these patterns. That's why you see all these specific um, specific text. Okay, but let me show you something. So you say long term is safe. Okay, you started in 2019 and you realized that Zoom was a very good stock. Um, they have this type of video product that you can watch and have a meeting with anyone in the world. So you start watching and say, okay, let's buy it for long term. Let's buy it for long term. You go here, let's say you enter around 64, 65, 70. Okay, and you write it off. You see, you bought it here for less than 100, and let's suppose you're still holding it. Okay, like 6 years later, you are losing money. Okay, so long term is safe for those that know how to play long term. That's my opinion on it. If you are Warren Buffett, you know how to analyze fundamentals as he does. Maybe long term is the best way to do it. Okay, or maybe, but this is just a simple example. There is a million example like this one. Like you have a higher growth with more than 3 digits growth story stocks that is going higher. It make like it went from 68 to almost 10 times his price when you bought it, and after that a lot of years you are just losing money plus all the money that you have here, which including opportunity cost. So you are even losing more money than the one you already put in. You agree with me? And there is a lot of this one. I can show you. See, you see another very these are stocks that went crazy in um, these are stocks that went crazy on the COVID era. A lot of tailwinds around the story that they're going to sell a lot. They push a lot of things, and this is how a stock works. So I believe you need to understand. It doesn't matter what your strategy, how a stock works, how the market works. That's very important for you. I believe I said to all of my friends, everyone is in the business of making money. Even though if you are a doctor, if you everyone is in the business of making money. This is one of the best way to understand how money is made and how money is moving. This is my personal opinion on it. Okay, so you see in a stock that went from $12 to $372, and now it's around 129. But absorb you have to absorb all this drawdown, which most people don't. Okay, which most people don't. So I believe the best way if you want to enter in the market is amplifying your time frame. You can use weekly, you can even use monthly. Okay, and just follow a simple trend following strategy. You see, it's the same patterns around every time frame. Okay, if you even go to this one, you will see the same patterns. The thing here with the day trading is you need to be fast. You have to incurring all the costs, which is very important. I'm going to talk to you about cost in another video. But cost in trading is very important, and most traders don't watch cost. Don't watch for the importance of cost on your systems. Okay, basically, cost can wash out all your profits, even though you have to pay taxes on the profit and so on and so forth. So imagine you have this tool, which for me is free. Okay, I use everything that I use is free on trading. I don't need to pay anything on trading. I don't pay any specific subscription. I'm thinking to pay a couple of them, um, but I'm not related with tools. Okay, this is also depend on the capital you have and the time availability you have. Okay, I work mostly on my computer, so for me it doesn't take me that much of the time. It's just for me like it's fun. It's fun for me just to watch the market at least 1 hour a day. And I just started to do the videos to see if uh, I can review my thoughts with the public and with people to see what people thinks about it. Um, yeah, but that's all. Any other question? Okay, I gotta go. This is nice. This is nice. Um, Now we have a couple of stocks going up, and we have the market not looking that bad, which is good. It's good. We have 36.4% of stocks going up, which is nice. Well, you start trading with the capital that you are willing to lose. That's the best way to start trading. Okay, if you have $10,000 and you lost those $10,000 and doesn't get any pain for you and your family, use them. Okay. As any business journey, you start with the less possible, and with the less possible that cause the less pain for you. It will give you the best way to get better decisions, make less mistakes, and so on and so forward. So that question is easy to answer. Just start with what you have and what you are willing to lose, and study very hard to understand the system. Start with a system, okay, and depending the system you use, you will need also a little bit higher capital and a little bit less capital. But depending the system you use, um, you can you can also figure out how much money you need. I can show you how much money you need for at least a couple of different strategies, but you can adapt. If you have $1 million, you can use different strategies. If you have $100, you can also use some strategies. Okay, you will not be asking for the same type of returns. Okay, depending on the capital, there is some constraints of the systems you can use, also on the returns you can get from the systems you use. But this is how it is. You start with one foot forward, one foot forward, and one step forward, and that's how you start making your back roll and moving through all the systems. And I believe that's not the most important question. I believe the most important question is, what is the system that I can use to start trading? I believe that's more important than the capital. Anyone can borrow you like a couple of $1,000, and you can open uh, a trading account with a couple of dollars too. You don't need that much. But depending on the system you use, you will need to get more or less. Okay. See you tomorrow at the same time. I'm gonna be here around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Just I have to leave now. So see you over there, and wish you the best, man. Bye bye.